Hello guys! Today I will be talking about Zodiac Academy, as you maybe could have already read from the title. Currently I'm on the 7th book already in the series. This series, I really love it. I'm really a fan of it. I started reading it, I don't even know how I heard about it. Must have seen it come across on Goodreads or something. I read the first one, I loved it. The whole world building, the whole idea, everything about it. I loved it. Sorry, I'm talking about the Zodiac Academy. It's written by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti. I'll try to explain a bit what the series is about. It follows these twin girls, the Vega girls, Tori and Darcy. They grew up in Chicago, I think. They're really poor. They grew up in the foster system. They were placed from family to family. They've never really been happy. And then one day, a man comes up to them and tells them that they're fae and they're royalty as well. They're actually princesses. And they have to come with him to go to the Fae world, which is in this alternate universe called Solaria. And basically, their life sucks on Earth, so they're like, why not? What do we have to lose, right? So they decide to go, and immediately when they arrive, it's like the first day of school, basically, in Zodiac Academy on Solaria. And it's really cool. I mean, I don't know if I'm the best person to explain kind of what it's about, but it's really cool. As Tori and Darcy arrived at Zodiac Academy, they meet 4 celestial heirs, 4 boys, who basically, their parents are ruling the kingdom in place of the king and queen who died. But the thing is, everybody thought that the twins died when they were babies. But then here they come, Darcy and Tori. And so these celestial heirs are kind of... They were trained from a very young age to try and become... Well, not a king per se, but they get to rule together as like a council somehow. And so these girls get here and they get in their way and they get really cocky and they bully the girls. They want to get them out of school. They do all kinds of horrible stuff to them to traumatize them and hopefully make them go away, go back to Earth. That's their goal, right? But then as the books progress, things get interesting. It's kind of more like a bully romance fantasy. For some reason, it makes me think of Harry Potter, even if I never read the books of Harry Potter. I've seen the movies and it reminds me of the Harry Potter movies because everything's magical. There's a lot of different kinds of magical creatures. There's like unicorns and Pegasuses and cyborgs, dragons, werewolves, vampires. There's a lot of different stuff, right? And it's so interesting. I've never really started to read a book like this and fell in love immediately. Not as quickly as this, I mean. I've also read A Court of Thorns and Roses, but somehow with Zodiac Academy I fell in love so quickly, and I couldn't just stop reading. When I finished the first book, I had to read the second one and then just go on and on and on. And I've been reading them for the past couple of months. I'm not a very quick reader. But lately sometimes I take breaks in between because it feels too long or something. I have to say I read them on an e-reader. I don't have the physical books. And I've been thinking like, this particular book is so long, or wow, it takes me a long time to get through this, or it feels a bit heavy or whatever. And then earlier I was checking how big the books are that I've read so far in this series, and let me tell you, these books, they're thick. There's a reason why they feel like they're long, because they really are. I think the first book is like around maybe 300, 400 pages, but then it progresses with every book. It goes to like 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 pages. And I'm on the 7th book now, and I think 2 or 3 previous books in this series were around the 700 pages, so no wonder that it feels like it's long, because it really is. It actually is. So yeah, I mean, I am excited to read the rest of it. I only think I have maybe only the 8th, or maybe the 7th. The one I'm reading right now is maybe the latest one that I have. I'm not sure. But as I'm not even half in this book. I'm around the 41% mark in the 7th book, which is called Heartless Sky, I think. Yeah, Zodiac Academy 7, Heartless Sky. As I'm in the progress of reading this book, I will be making a vlog, a type of like vlog of my progress as I read, like every few chapters, or maybe I'll do like an update of where I am in the book. So those will probably contain spoilers. Oh yeah, another thing. These book characters, man, they suffer. They suffer so much. I don't think I've ever struggled this much with like a heavy heart. I really felt for the characters and I was so sad. There was a book, I don't remember which one it was in the series, but when I finished it, I felt like throwing my e-reader to the wall. I'm glad I didn't do it, but I really felt like I was so angry with the writers. They ended the book on such a cliffhanger, and I think it was the 2nd or 3rd book. I'm not sure now. And then it felt like whatever the characters were going through, it just got progressively worse and worse. And I was like, will they ever get like a grain of happiness ever again? Or is this just how it's going to be for the rest of the series? But where I am right now in the 7th book, things aren't as bad as they used to be. I feel like bit by bit it's becoming better and better for the characters. So I'm curious to see where it's going to go, and I will keep you guys updated about my progress. Hopefully I can maybe convince some of you guys who haven't read the books to start reading the books. I'm not sure if I did a good job trying to motivate you to read them. They really are a very good book series. Even though they're long, the world building is amazing. It really makes me feel magical. Also, one of the things I haven't mentioned yet, there's elemental powers. Aside from the fact that everyone is fae and has like a specific order of mythical creature that they can be, there's also elemental powers. So there's water, there's fire, there's earth powers, and there's fire powers, which is super cool, guys. It's like Avatar Last Airbender. Everyone's bending these elements. It's super cool, and they get to learn how to control their powers at school. I wish I was in this world. I wish I could go to Zodiac Academy, man. It sounds really cool. I hope I can convince some of you guys to read the books, because I wish I had read them sooner, honestly. I will just continue reading, and I will update you guys soon on my progress in the 7th book, so you have that to look out for. Bye, guys!